2 games yesterday, 2 games today, and of course all the other results. This is the goal line. Hey guys, how you doing? And welcome to the goal line. I am John, of course, your host, and I do apologise that it is Sunday. We've had a hell of a lot of problems as always with internet. So I have brought the goal line to you a little bit before possible. A little bit late than usual. So yeah, they're a little bit late than usual. I mean, even now we're having problems, but I'm going to try and bring you the results, and we'll see how we get on. So what I'm going to do is, while we're trying to sort out problems, I'm going to give you the results from yesterday. So we'll start off in the Premier League. Like I said, there was 2 games yesterday, 2 games today, but we'll do yesterday's results first. So it started off, the 12:30 kickoff was Arsenal 5, Crystal Palace 0, and then the later kickoff at 5:30 was Brentford 3, Nottingham Forest 2. Then we go into the Championship. Swansea 1, Southampton 3. Blackburn and Huddersfield was 1-1, Bristol City and Watford was 1-1, and Middlesbrough and Rotherham was 1-1. Norwich 2, West Brom 0, Plymouth 3, Cardiff 1, QPR 2, Millwall 0, Sheffield Wednesday 1, Coventry 2, and Stoke 1, Birmingham 2. There was one game in the Women's Super League, which finished Arsenal Women 2, Everton Women 1. Then we move on to League One. There was quite a lot of postponements yesterday because of the cold weather. So Cheltenham and Carlisle was postponed. Oxford United and Northampton, Port Vale and Wickham, and Stevenage and Barnsley were all postponed due to cold weather. But the remaining fixtures was Bristol Rovers 1, Blackpool 2, Burton 2, Charlton Athletic 0, Exeter and Cambridge was 0-0, Fleetwood 0, Portsmouth 1, Leyton Orient 1, Bolton 0, and Lincoln City Derby 0-0, Peterborough United 2, Shrewsbury 1, and finally Wigan 1, Reading 0. Then there was loads of postponements in League 2 as well. Wimbledon and Crawley, Bradford and Doncaster, Harrogate and Grimsby, Notts County, Stockport, Swindon Tranmere, and Walsall and Accrington Stanley. So there's only 4 games in League 2, but the remaining fixtures are Barrow 1, Crewe 3, Gillingham 1, Forest Green 1, MK Dons 1, Morecambe 2, and Newport 1, Wrexham 0. A couple of postponements in the National League: Eastleigh and Oldham, Halifax and Maidenhead, Rochdale and Wealdstone, Solihull Moors, Dagenham and Redbridge, Southend and Altrincham, Woking and Oxford City, York and Flyde, and Barnet and Chesterfield. Quite a number of them was a frozen pitch. There's still 4 results to bring you: Bromley 2, Bournemouth 2, Dorking 1, Gateshead 0, Ebbsfleet 0, Hartlepool 1, and Kidderminster 4, Aldershot Town 0. A number of postponements in the National League North as well: Alfreton, South Shields, Boston United, Buxton, Brackley Town, Chorley, Curzon Ashton, Darlington, Farsley Celtic, Rushall Olympics, Scunthorpe, Tamworth, Spennymoor Town, Banbury United, and Warrington Town, Southport. But the remaining fixtures are Chester 2, Bishops 0, Gloucestershire 0, Blyth Spartans 1, Hereford 2, Kings Lynn 2, and Scarborough 1, Peterborough Sports 1. Again, National League South, loads of postponements. Bath City and Dartford, Braintree and Taunton Town, Farnborough and Chelmsford, Hampton and Richmond, Eastbourne, Welling and Truro, and Weymouth and St Albans City. But we've got Aveley 2, Chippenham Town 2, Havant and Waterlooville 1, Weston-super-Mare 2, Slough Town 2, Maidstone United 1, Tunbridge Angels 0, Worthing 1, Torquay 1, Dover 0, and Yeovil 2, Hemel Hempstead 0. There was a Scottish Cup 4th round. I don't know if anyone is interested in that, but I will give the results anyway. The Spartans 1, Hearts 2, Ederonians 1, St Johnstone 0, Ayr 3, Kelty Hearts 0, Bonnyrigg Rose 2, Falkirk 1, Forfar Athletic 0, Hibernian 1, Morton 2, Montrose 0, Inverness CT, Caledonian Thistle, as we all know, 4, Broomhill 0, Kilmarnock 2, Dundee 0, Livingston 2, Raith Rovers 1, Motherwell 3, Alioa 1, Ross County 0, Partick Thistle 3, St Mirren 1, Queen of the South 0, and Dumbarton 1, Rangers 4. There was a Scottish Championship, but it was a frozen pitch. And the one in Scottish League 1, there's a frozen pitch as well. And then Scottish League 2, East Fife 2, Peterhead 2, and Stanhousemuir 1, Stranraer 0. So that was yesterday's results. We're gonna obviously the games have not started yet, but there are 2 today. Which at 2:00 today is Sheffield United at home to West Ham. That's a 2:00 kickoff. Bournemouth and Liverpool is 4:30 kickoff. And the current result at the moment in the Championship, current scoreline is Leeds 1, Preston 1. The current one in the Women's Super League is Chelsea Women 1, Man United 0. There are other games. At 2:00 you got Brighton Women and Bristol City Women. 2:30 you got Man City Women and Liverpool. And at 6:45 tonight you got West Ham and Tottenham. There's some Women's Championship games going on at the moment. Charlton Athletic are 1-0 up against Blackburn. Lewes Women and Durham Women is 0-0. Reading Women and Birmingham City Women has been postponed. Another 3 2:00 kickoffs. London City Women and Crystal Palace, Southampton and Watford, Sunderland and Sheffield United. They are again 2:00 kickoffs. That's the fixtures for today. Tomorrow we've got more Premier League. Brighton will be taking on Wolves. That's a 7:45 kickoff, excuse me. And we've got a Championship game at 8:00, which is Leicester and Ipswich. That will be a good one. There's also National League South, which is Chelmsford and Welling. Tuesday got EFL Cup action. Chelsea will be going 1-on-1 with Middlesbrough at 8:00. But Middlesbrough are 1-0 up on aggregate, which we all know 1-0 is not a big thing. But there's also League One, and they are all 7:45, barring Reading and Derby at 8:00. There's League Two, there's EFL Trophy, there's National League, and there's National League North and South. And all Scottish action as well. And we move on to Wednesday and EFL Cup again. This time it's Fulham and Liverpool. And Liverpool is 2-1 up on aggregate again, which is the same. There is Leeds. There is Championship. Leeds, Leeds and Norwich. That's Championship. There's Scottish Premiership. There's Women's Champions League. There's one National League, Bournemouth and Eastleigh, and again all the Scottish action as well as the same. I'm just trying to see if there's anything. It says here, Championship, Leeds and Preston level in a head-to-head, end-to-end game. That's one thing I'd like to say. Anyone who is following me, you know that I used to follow Charlton Athletic. Now I follow Brentford. Brentford is my team now. And Ivan Toney was saying that he's buzzing to be back, which I thought was pretty good. And we all know bees don't buzz, but you know, it says here buzzing to be back. But should Toney goal have stood? Basically, they were the Nottingham Forest were complaining that Ivan Toney, since his return, and welcome back, Ivan. We're glad to have you back. They said that it was. I can't actually remember how the article actually went. Something about it. It was Ivan Toney was in an advantageous position. They're saying that he was basically too close to the goal, and they said it was a controversial win. I get that. It says here, "Big dog's back," said Ivan Toney before his return from an 8-month ban. And the Brentford striker proved he hasn't lost any bite with a goal in their 3-2 win over relegation rivals Nottingham Forest. It says here, quite frankly, I'd say quite quickly, it was a thrilling game with Toney making it 1-1 after Daniello's early opener for Forest. Ben Mee put the Bees ahead, with Chris Wood equalising, only for Neil Maupay to score Brentford's winner. But Toney's goal from a free kick was highly controversial. The 27-year-old moved the ball twice while Forest was setting up their wall before bending the ball in the little gap between the wall and the right post. He even moved some of the foam from the referee's spray. But his main focus after his side's win was enjoying being back from a long ban for breaching Football Association gambling rules. There's a whole article on that on the BBC Sport website. So that's that. So that's good for Brentford. Concern for Crystal Palace. There's quite a lot of people saying wasted potential, and they're saying, can Hodgson survive at Crystal Palace? Now, Roy Hodgson, he has been in the game longer than I've been living. This guy is so experienced, and if anyone was to choose anyone, I would choose him. The problem with Palace, as he said, because of their at the beginning of the season, because of their success, and because of the bit of luck, you could say it's a bit of luck, and the experience they've had, they were doing really, really well. And like Roy Hodgson said, people have been spoilt. Now Palace is going in the opposite direction. People are getting the ump. People are getting angry, and like Roy Hodgson said, people have been spoilt because of the luck and the results that we've been having. Crystal Palace has always, at some point or another, struggled in the Premier League. No way. I don't think they're going down to Championship just yet. However, they always struggle. But I mean, yesterday Roy Hodgson decided to rest some of the big names and put the young guns on. Now, I disagree with that. There's a reason I'm sitting here, and there's a reason he's a Crystal Palace manager. However, I would say putting young guns on with no experience against Arsenal was not a great idea. Um, I understand he wanted to rest some of his main players, but putting on youngsters who have no experience against, Arsenal, who must have been licking their lips at that, that was not a good move on Roy's part. Like I said, I understand. I understand that they need to be rested, and I understand that they need a break. Everyone needs a break, but putting them on against, I mean, if it was, I have nothing against Sheffield United. I have nothing against Luton. I have nothing against Burnley, but any fans of Luton, Burnley, and Sheffield United have to understand their results are not doing too good, and maybe Roy could have rested them in them games. And like I said, I have nothing against Luton, Burnley, or Sheffield United, but you have to understand you're not an Arsenal, you're not a Man City, you're not a Tottenham, or an Arsenal. So maybe he should have rested his big names in them games, not against Arsenal, who, quite frankly, will rip you limb from limb. They were 3 goals down with their big names rested, so with their big guns on. And to then take them off, put the young guns on, and concede yet another 2 goals to make it 5-0, I don't think that was the right decision. However, like I said, there's a reason I'm here, and there's a reason he's the manager. But for how long? Let me know your thoughts on Ivan Toney's return and Roy Hodgson. I'd love to know what you think and what you think what you think about the results, the headlines, and everything else. If there is anything else you want to talk about, comments down below, people. Don't forget to subscribe as well. Click that bell icon. Give us a like. That would be fantastic. That's going to do it for this week, guys. Again, apologies for the late goal line. It is, like I said, we're having countless internet problems everywhere we go, it seems, at the moment. Just to let you know quickly that Leeds and Preston's now half time. It's still 1-1. 1-1, and Chelsea Women and Man United still is 1-0. Alright, and guys, that's going to do it for now. Don't forget Sheffield United, West Ham 2 o'clock, and Bournemouth and Liverpool 4:30. Alright, guys, until then, I'll see you next week. Hopefully, we'll be back on Saturday. Till then, guys, take care.